Good morning. We are starting off our day with some fresh snow again this morning. We had a couple of hours of freezing rain too in Fargo. So we are starting off with not ideal conditions for that morning commute. You can see visibility is down a bit. The roads are wet. The highly traveled roads, the interstates, the highways, at least in town, are probably doing a lot better than some of those side streets. So something to keep in mind. Once you're getting off the road, you're going to run into likely some slick spots. And that's in Fargo. Here's a look at one of the plow cameras from the Minnesota DOT. This was taken in Crookston. You could see there's some fresh snow on the ground and looks like some of that kicking up onto the windshield there as well. So crews are out really working at it as the snow continues to fall here in the valley. And we've been transitioning from a freezing rain threat to more of a snow event now overnight. We did, of course, see some freezing rain, so there will probably be areas where we have glaze, and then on top of that, a light coating of snow. And we're getting that. There's a line here, a batch of snow that's basically stretching from northwest Minnesota down to the northwest of Fargo at the moment and into Ransom County. That's kind of the main area of snow, but there have also been some bands developing in Stutzman and Barnes County too that look a little bit impressive as well, where we see these darker blues. That's where we're looking at more moderate snowfall coming down. So Fargo, we're not seeing that heaviest snow just yet, but that's going to be working its way eastward here this morning, and we'll have that bout impact us just in time for the morning drive. And then this does stretch up right through the Crookston area where we were checking out things where the plow was, and then up toward Thief River Falls and New Folden, and driving along I-94 in North Dakota in our viewing area is going to be a snowy one here this morning. And there are more areas of snow down into very southern parts of our viewing area, back over into Lakes Country as well. So overall, this system is just going to transition its way eastward. We're looking at visibility reports lower in the east. We're down to 1 mile to 2 miles in a lot of reporting sites in northwest Minnesota. Fargo also in that, and same thing in Wahpeton. And our temperatures are into the 20s to some 30s. It's 28 degrees in Fargo, 31 in Grand Forks, 34 in Jamestown, and 33 currently in Devil's Lake. Wind speeds are going to be picking up in the wake of this. You can see the wind switching direction to a northwesterly wind direction with some gusts that are getting into the 20s, 25 miles per hour, a gust in Jamestown right now. So here's a look at our hour-by-hour planner. Over the next couple of hours, of course, we'll see that snow move through. This is 7 a.m., so a couple of hours from now, the snow's starting to wind down, but still out there in our eastern viewing area. By mid-morning, a lot of this is starting to transition out of here, and the noon hour looks a lot quieter for us here. We're going to see some temperatures that are into the 30s at that point for eastern parts of North Dakota, and all of us approaching 30, getting very close, if not reaching it, as we head into the afternoon hours today. So we're going to see some upper 20s to some mid-30s for highs. It's going to turn out to be a really pleasant afternoon for December standards. It's just going to end up being kind of slushy. There's still going to be some icy patches out there, so travel won't be ideal still. Better than this morning for sure. Heading into tonight, expect to have some quieter weather, temperatures dipping down into the 20s. And as we move into tomorrow morning, we're looking at temperatures that'll be starting the day in the mid-20s to even 30 degrees. And that sets us up for a very warm Friday ahead. So here's a look at our photo today. Frost on those branches in Walhalla. Thanks, Jeffrey, for sharing that with us. That's a cool shot. And here's your 7-day planner. Again, warming things up. We're going to see some temperatures getting back into above freezing temperatures for Friday in much of the valley. High of 38 for Fargo. So some nice tailgating weather. And this weekend, 30s, even some 40s. It's just going to be beautiful and quiet, and that carries over into next week.
Gosh, I just love it. It's like an early Christmas gift from Lisa Green.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Coming up on the Valley today, we'll tell you what the Sanford Roger Maris Cancer Center is doing to make sure patients are getting all the help they need.